Hi guys. Sorry, I got caught up in my awesome intro music. It's been a while since I really got caught up in the intro music. It's good intro music. How are we doing? I am eating potato wedges. We're gonna do Genshin today because the website that I'm doing for the Blender tutorials is being dumb. So screw that. Wait, another update. Okay, this one's small. Hey, Tooch. I'm so thankful that it is the weekend. Also, I got Penguin some new food. So we've got her a nice kitten food now. Because kitten food, unless you go like with a specialty weight gain food from a vet, kitten food is your best bet if you need to put on weight on a cat. Because it's your highest calorie food over the counter. So we've got some kitten food for her now that I'm just gonna keep like on the stove. Hey, Tachil. I've picked on the stove. I know it might sound weird, but I don't use all the burners usually, and she's used to going up there to lick the grease in the pans and the butter, like in the pans and stuff. So she goes there for food already. So I feel like that kind of gonna help make sure she eats the food. I need to wait. Wait, which time do I have to go to? 8 o'clock. There we go. How's everybody doing?
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I was gonna say, how did she know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master
Doing really good because you got lucky in Honkai and your Nendroid Emil is being dispatched. Awesome, Tachil. Annoyed because your boss is a pain.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this
I feel you,
time,
Tooch.
but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do. I must say I like the title, friend, very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Chicken drumsticks? Apparently.
Make my escape. Ha.
Well, that makes no sense.
The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
I was gonna say.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains.
Thank fucking
balanced.
God you're done until Monday.
Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers
I
and
feel
allow
that.
the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
I ended up leaving a little early
Miss
today
Byron,
so that I could get
we
the
brought some new
shopping
materials
done.
to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto? You're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk
No,
of
my place
Sunset
is
Vermilionite
interesting
on a
this week
voyage a
because
while back,
apparently
so
we
I
have
figured
no
I'd bring it
managers
over.
this week at all.
So even though it's
One is on
rare,
vacation
we're not the
and
only
one
ones
is
who
down
managed
with
to get a
COVID.
hold of it.
Oh, I've got
So-
some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is...
So, hence the discussion we were
sorry,
having in my
I'm not sure
Discord
we've met.
the other day, too.
Shenhua. I am there. Friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting
But
for
yeah,
the first
yeah,
time,
and there's just,
I have
oh
a
my
feeling
God, there's
that
so
we will
much
get
stuff
along
going on
very
right
well
now.
indeed.
But y'all know I don't
To be
try
honest
not to
with you
talk
all,
about too much at
I
work
am
myself.
in great need of this
Y'all are welcome to
opportunity
bitch all
ask
you want,
Lady
though.
Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the 3 of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great, but how
This sounds like she just doesn't think she's gonna win.
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all three of us managed to get our hands on it. The two remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other two can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard
One of these days, you'll throw a rant on Kitty Cares about the bullshit that is work.
Seek advice from Master
Hey.
Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Any regular knows that this place is all just about honesty and all that crap and acceptance. So, y'all want to vent, y'all can vent. Y'all want to forget, y'all can forget.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress.
I've been
first
reading,
brings all of us a step
speaking of
closer to
Balefire,
victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
I got to read a ton of Wheel of Time today because it's been bored. Like, it's been dead. So I'm actually super glad I grabbed the,
Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment. so
and I
I'm
just
about to hear
finished the
her
Shadar Logoth scene. Well,
Ooh,
okay,
what's
they haven't
the
escaped
opera
yet.
called? Kinda
But
like
with more
the
death and
theater.
stuff,
The
that would have
opera
made
is
such a
labor of
better
love by my
episode.
father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit.
That would have
and
made
an
such a
adeptus.
better episode.
It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Like meeting more death, like the stranger, promising them treasure if they just help them. Like there's so much potential for like character development and showing characters and stuff there.
Make my escape.
And they just said, meh. It does make me want to read more, though.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber.
I'm
the
gonna
types
pull
of
a
ore
blanket
needed to
over
make
here.
Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by.
Blanket!
Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure.
There we go.
Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work.
How did getting
but
my
if you
blanket
stick
make
with
me
it, you'll
colder?
find some eventually.
How is this possible?
As for the Subrosium, though,
Somehow, getting my blanket has made me
That's
colder.
trickier.
Why?
it's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay.
Is that going to
We
be
should
where
head straight
Shinha is
there.
from? It must be, but it's the opposite of what blankets are supposed to be. See, if I was playing on the PS4, that probably would have been faster to walk to.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work. Ugh. Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place.
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No, don't do it, little girl.
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of
Okay,
legend.
so that is her
But
story,
alas,
most likely.
The paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
Look at
I
Shinha.
really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was Not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get
I
ourselves
want that
some
sparkle!
Sparkler Iron! Yeah!
Can I get the sparkles now? What do I even do with these things? I feel like I probably have like a million of them.
Make my escape.
This what it means? Use this.
This should be enough stars
There we
for the
go.
iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang
This is
said
a bit
we should
tricky as the
ask
game
the
doesn't
locals
really
for
explain
help.
what you need to do. Kind of
Why don't
annoying,
we
but I
try
found them.
there?
I just figured I would climb the mountain and see what happened. It seemed like a place where things would be.
Yeah.
Did I just one-shot that thing? Oh, what the game wants you to do is look at your character's vision to see if it's glowing. I mean, I heard the humming, and I knew that was me getting close. Well, I clued in that that was me getting close.
Hey, there really is someone here.
My leg is
Genshin,
itchy.
looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Sorry, there's something like stuck in my teeth.
Is he trying to tell us
fuck
to
this
look
guy
for
doing?
clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shenhe.
Shin.
You're alive. The rumors were true.
Whoa.
So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. And this place is deserted now. No one
I don't know.
comes here.
That house looks like there's
So
people in
you can
it.
rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
I mean,
Then let's see what we can find in this
from
village.
what we've seen of her, though, I wouldn't be worried about her. I'd be worried that he would piss her off and his brain would end up splattered all over these rocks here. So, you know.
What's this?
The doctor said you are gravely ill. Don't worry, I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier. Your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life and that you only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe. But you regret nothing. Why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. Though I still breathe, I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you. But it's utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might even have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I'm sorry, my love. Forgive me, you too, Shenhe. Please forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind. Let me apologize to both of you, in person. Wait, so this dude sacrificed his daughter to try and save his wife? Wow. Actually, Mux, that's like the one movie we watched. Maybe this is a true story of the divine damsel of devastation. Remember the one where the guy was in the car accident and his whole family died? And then he could put their brains into robots? Or no, into clones. Into clones. He could put their brains into clones. But he was one pod short. I don't remember what it was called. I just gave away the plot to everybody. I think it was a Keanu Reeves movie. It's yet another movie that me and Mux watched and instantly knew how, like, the story should have gone if it was going to make any sense. But then it wouldn't have been the movie that it was, so.
So...
You don't hate it, but it could have been
is
better.
The divine
Yeah?
damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh. The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly
Not to be confused
situation.
with movie surrogates.
She was forced into it. Oh. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera. What do we have here?
Give me this rocks. A branch family of exorcists.
So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster.
A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village, but in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease. The young daughter went missing, and shortly after, the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his own house. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking, and no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you're in this area.
His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjun.
I don't think we've seen we've watched surrogates, have we?
Everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
I see the sparkle we need to touch. And I'm gonna touch it.
This is it.
Magic engraved on some Subrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Subrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it that you may find Subrosium if you stand in the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk and look in the direction of the setting sun.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
I shall break all your barrels. There was a barrel up here. Aha. Take that.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired Adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual.
Guys, I think I want
Plenty
fire.
of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well,
You kind of like this story? Yeah, I'm
we all
digging
know
it
how
too.
that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
What?
Apologize for what?
Mux, what the fuck are you
If he'd
talking
stopped
about?
him, he'd only have found another way.
Oh, the movies. Okay. I'm like, the fuck is
There was
anybody
nothing he
talking
wouldn't have done
about?
for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
You misread the comment. All right.
Yeah, we're back!
Oh,
And warm my hands
and I
up.
will leave you all in peace.
Have fire.
Shana, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about
Maybe
the
this will
old
help warm me
times
up.
next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
If I go closer, it might warm me up.
Shenhua, look. This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
Huh?
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhua, Yunjin, cut the chit-chat. Let's go.
Shinha is kind of like a Star Trek Vulcan combined with a
someone else beat
chaos
us to
goddess. I could see it. Guessing I have to go to that little, like, bush. Okay, and look towards the setting sun is west. Would be this way. Yeah. I'm like an hour too late. I was legit like an hour too late. To fuck. Subrosi, my person? Same happened to you, but you were like 10 minutes. You're like, seriously game. I know.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now.
I want that ferret.
But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own.
I'll come back. Let me go. Xiao.
Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
I'm just watching that ferret in the background. I want it. Okay. Damn it! I can't get the ferret. Tried to get it.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beto's made any progress. Make my escape.
I like fire.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry.
Okay.
It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next. But where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils.
I was gonna
When
say,
we
like,
first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her.
well, that's kind of cheating,
Master
but
also
okay.
said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it
Like
won't
how
help
to
for
not
me to
murder
stay here
people?
after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
I like this fight, guys.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the
What are
things
you
asked
doing?
for too.
Hi!
Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
What you doing? My cats are such babies.
Make my escape.
Vroom vroom! Aww. I tried to capture the puppy. It's not working. Wait, do we see any of those little birds? I don't think I see any little birds. Let's keep an eye out for little birds. There we go.
Ningguang's little secretary. We found all the materials.
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already?
Where the hell's
I
Beto?
haven't even found the prostrate yet.
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou?
Okay.
She was right here.
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
All right then. Guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Doo-doo.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah.
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. it is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
Battle of the Bands.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon. I'll be leaving now.
Whoa.
Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well. Guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it. It always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn. Do you have
Joke's on her. That was her question. What's going on? No more questions.
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Oh?
Glad to hear it.
The other
Watch
guy
your
was
back.
talking about
Stay alert.
the threat at sea or something, too.
Ningguang, what are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Tevat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Oh. Is it gonna crash again? We just rebuilt it.
The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
This is coming.
Beto sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Okay. So she literally rebuilt it
No.
just
In this
so that
human
they
age,
could
the people of
crash
Liyue
it again?
must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
Oh.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
I'm like literally getting chills. I don't know if it's because I'm cold or because of this cutscene. Both, probably. To be fair, that much ice crashing down into the sea would cause another tsunami. Just saying. You're also getting chills and it's warm there? God damn!
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too.
Shoo!
This reminds me of that one fight in, Penguin, you are not helping. This reminds me of a fight in WoW.
Obey!
Yeah, missed. You were so busy watching this, two of your three unkillable characters died.
Manifest!
I mean, I'm glad that I can entertain people. Whoops.
Shake it and stir. Let's go, let's go. Look at you, Boozle.
Bucket, we're gonna need.
Fuse is lit.
In your dreams!
If someone drops down, we're gonna use the ult on it.
By ordinance divine. Unleash. I shall not yield.
Ninjutsu.
Ow. Ow.
Manifest.
Oh! I did it!
She's getting away. Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the
Oh, I
place
did it!
collapsed, the
I did it!
consequences would be disastrous.
That seemed really easy, though, to be honest. But so cool. So cool.
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
I killed the 3
It's
heads.
been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future,
She needs sleep.
You will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us
Oh
for
man,
some
I
time
am
now.
tired.
I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial.
She reminds me of like the Borg Queen.
But there will
Or
no
like
doubt
Seven.
be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
I think I'm thinking more of like 7, but like
While the
before
position
she
of Tianquan remains mine,
becomes
I will
super,
always
like
ensure
early
your
7.
safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you.
Aww.
I shall be going homeward now.
Please, have a good rest.
Aww,
Come to the
that's
Jade Chamber when you have
mean.
recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis.
Ugh.
This banquet must
Oh my
be the
gosh,
most
now that like the
spectacular
hype
ever.
over that is done, I am so tired. Okay, I kept like eyeing these sparkles in the background. Give sparkles. Cloud Retainer does have a habit of telling embarrassing stories about her wars. Oh, I wanted to hear about little bitty Shenhe.
Make my escape.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's stab it all. Man, I want remember when we were doing that quest for that Noctilus jade? Noctilus? And we like couldn't find any, and now we're finding it like all over the place. I don't want to say all over the place, but oh. There's some really good clusters for minerals about. I want to go on the top of this. Do I have any of those keys? Yes. Can I even make it over there? Or am I gonna die? Swim, little say you swim! Maybe I should have picked a taller character. Ah, we did it. It's good. The fuck is with this fish? That's a weird way to cut a fish.
Ooh, what's in here? Maybe a growth serum?
Ooh. I open a treasure.
Make my escape.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else here. There we go.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so
Now
excited
this
that
guy
I've
sounds
barely
like
slept the last few
way
nights.
too pretentious.
Hey,
Look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
神女劈冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn.
That was actually pretty damn cool.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for.
Can we, like,
let me pull up a chat.
Kick him?
We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
I think we should kick him.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink in the of your own choice.
This feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
That works too.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
Oh. What was that fin thingy that I got? A character development item, eh? Cool. Oh, can I do this now? That was actually... that was a really, really cool, quest. In the last Jade Chamber crash, its great store of precious items was scattered across the waters around Guyun Stone Forest, and still require patient collection and careful retrieval. Defeat the interfering monsters and beat back the treasure hoarders who are here to claim a share, and seize the precious items back. Oh, cool!
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
This one and then Albedo's rank highest for you? Like, it has been a while, I think, since a game legit gave me chills. Like, that was pretty amazing. That was pretty damn amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
A great many things are still unaccounted for. The new Jade Chamber is missing many of the contents held by its predecessor.
You'll be doing the Shenhe rerun banner for sure whenever it is.
All the literature, furniture, and ornaments I had collected followed the original Jade Chamber to its watery grave. Most of it was destroyed in the process, and the small handful of items that survived intact are strewn across the water's surface. Reclaiming them is taxing work.
Mostly for the character, nothing to do with meta.
Sea
Well, like, now
job.
that I've
But
done this
even then,
quest, I do want her
I
as
just
well,
can't tell
so...
whether Beta will be able to fish out everything herself.
Wait, so you made Beidou go and fish your stuff out of the sea for you?
To claim that I made her do anything would be imprecise. We reached a mutually beneficial agreement, as is always the case in our dealings. Payment is one aspect of it, but I also compensate her in other ways. Let's just say it's a little complicated. Anyway, Beidou is currently in the Guyun Stone Forest area. If you're interested,
that could be taken
go
in
pay
so
her a
many
visit.
ways.
You may be just the help she needs.
Okay, how much longer do I have on this? Because... Okay, guys, I'm going to do some more of this later. I want to stream more and I want to play more, but I am exhausted. I'm going to start... Oh. Sorry. I'm going to start nice and early tomorrow, though, and we are going to finish Pathfinder. We are going to finish, so I have decided to finish Pathfinder. Found treasure?
Ooh, what's in here? Maybe a
I've
potion?
decided to finish Pathfinder, but literally with every single difficulty level dumped as low as it can go. To the point where I probably won't be able to die. Like, I think there's literally a setting of, you do not die. You just exit combat. So we're gonna dump the difficulty literally down to, like, this could be beaten by dropping water on your keyboard, and it will play the game for you. The game needs to die. I still want to know where it goes. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to start that nice and early tomorrow. So if you guys aren't around at the time, you'll know that the VOD will eventually hit YouTube. If you are not as interested in the Pathfinder finale, then stay tuned for the afternoon where, I don't know, we'll either do Warframe with Mux, or I will start Horizon Zero Dawn, depending on whether he gets enough of his homework done. But yeah. Anyways, everybody have a great night. Yeah. That was a really good story. And I'm tired now, so... Have a good night, everybody. See you guys all tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah.